The issue here now is this. Sunday Boho, I don't know if there are charges against him in the Nigerian courts. We know that the DSS did invade his home and found some arms and ammunition. And yeah, we don't know anything more than that. I don't know if he has a case against him by the Nigerian government in court as it is. However, Nnamdi Kanu has a court case. No doubt about that. But do you think that Nigeria's president or Nigerian governments can look at it and say, hey, these guys are pursuing the same thing? We have held this guy for quite some time. Can they look at it from the angle of tendering justice with mercy, like they say, or we should just hold on like this until the court processes are completed?
Thank you very much. Looking at the state of affairs in the country, ordinary, those of us that are coming up, those of us that look forward to take over leadership mantle in the future, we are always disappointed in the current situation and development. The outcome of this government situation in the country has become something that we keep asking questions. Do we actually have a government in place? Is there a government? Why is our government so much myopic? Why is our government so naive about what concerns the people? Why do you have a government that do not care about the development and the way forward of this country? Looking forward and then see how Nnamdi Kanu was arrested and also how Sunday Boho was also arrested. And now one has been released. What has been the discrepancy or the difference between these two persons? They are both on the same struggle. The only difference is that Nnamdi Kanu was asking that the country should be divided, which I think in the normal sense, that's not out of place. There is nobody that will be in this kind of shitted environment. I will not ask to go. If you have a mother or if you have a parent and you are a child, and you know that the father is giving so much attention to the son, and you are the last born or the second child, definitely you will want to pack out of that house. You will want to vacate that premises because you felt that the love that is given to the first child is not given to the second child. So why will you want to continue? Why will you want to stay? So ordinary, you should definitely ask for separation. You want to distance yourself from such a situation. A situation whereby one person seems to be favored and the other person seems to look like an outcast, and you want to endure. For how long do you think we can endure? Now let's come to the region, the political region in the country. As we speak today, the South is actually responsible for the economic development in this country. Because at this point, we are no longer in the agricultural days of income or IGR. Now, we are now in the case where we have the crude as the major source of Nigeria income. Now, this crude is coming from which part of the world? From the Southeast. And then in the Southeast, how many of these states in the Southeast is saddled with responsibility of producing this crude? Out of the 6 states we have in the South, we have just 4 states responsible for this crude, officially responsible without politics. And which are these states? We have Abia, we have Akwa Ibom State, we have Delta State, we have Bayelsa State, and we have Rivers State responsible for this crude. But do they benefit from the resources? The answer is no. Now we have other states that have made up the Niger Delta State, which other state is also applying to be part of the Niger Delta State. At the same time, now the road construction, the outcome of CSR, that's community social service responsibility, is it actually getting to the people? What is the responsibility of government in the way of trying to make sure that the resources that is taken from the region, the people benefit from the region? If we come out in the South region and said we want the South to be divided from Nigeria, have we asked for something that is unbearable? No. You cannot kill a child, flog a child, and then force a child not to cry. How do you do that? How do you achieve that? Nnamdi Kanu was just on a very positive course. I will support his cause. Why will I support his cause? I will support his cause because he is one man that feels like Nigeria has cheated the entire Southeast region. Even though the Southeast have decided to play politics because of their way of individual inclusiveness in the system of government, it's not about the Southeast people. It's not about just an individual. It's about the entire Southeast. Because you are talking about something that concerns the entire Nigeria. And this man said Nigeria should be divided. What did he say wrong? You arrested him because you want the country to be divided? Why wouldn't you want the country to be divided when you're cheated? Everybody's being cheated. Everybody is cheated. Everybody. The community people are being cheated. The entire masses are cheated, except some few persons. According to the former CSO of Abacha, Hamza or Mustafa, what did he say? The resources of this country is in the hands of just 50 persons. Of course, he has not mentioned the 50 persons, but that's what I heard him said. That the resources of this country is controlled by 50 persons. So out of 200 million Nigerians, and just 50 persons is in control of Nigerian resources. And you expect the other 190 million, 90 something million to be happy about it? How then do you expect us to be happy? We shouldn't be happy because we have a situation that is actually available to us. And then we see people crying for help, crying for hunger, crying for a situation to be okay. And then a man come out and said, let us separate the system. Looking at the antecedent of Nnamdi Kanu and the antecedent of Ojukwu, that of Kensaro and other freedom fighters. Now, when you look at the what led to the death of Kensaro and the rest of them for fighting for the emancipation or the right of the indigenous people, now, what can you say about it? He fought for the right of the indigenous people, and Nigeria government was against him. Nigeria government has to go far as to kill him because he said that this country, the right of the indigenous people need to be protected. And then you went against him, and today he's a dead man, even though he's been celebrated by his people, the Ogoni people. Now, coming to Ojukwu. Ojukwu also saw the same struggle to ensure that the Southeast and Nigeria population has a better system of government. That was the struggle. Now, after the demise of Ojukwu, we have Nnamdi Kanu that has come out now to say, this is not the right system. And the system needs to change. Let us go our separate ways because of what has happened. If you don't want what he has said to be the resultant effect of what should be done, why don't you look at the implication of what he has said by trying to ensure that the system gets a robust and a holistic system where everybody will be included. Everybody, not minding whether you are from the east, you are the southeast, you are from Yoruba, you are from Hausa, no matter where you're from, everybody should be one Nigerian. You're talking about one Nigerian. When the one Nigerian you talked about, the other people are feeling cheated. The other people are not benefiting. The other people are feeling like, oh, they are not part of the system. And then you said, one Nigeria. Where is this one Nigeria taking us to? So I think there is a need, an urgent need for him to be released. There's an urgent need. It's not, we shouldn't wait for a call. Tinubu, the president of this current country, to think of how we can be able to make system to be holistic, to make a sincere approach in his governance. And how did you achieve that? If you have released your own Yoruba brother, they release the other Igbo brother now. That's how it should be done. You don't release the other person because he's from the Yoruba, and then the other person because not from the Yoruba, you will keep the person under detention because you are doing a Yoruba government. We are not in a Yoruba government. We are in Nigeria. That is why he cried that the country should be divided. It's because of this same thing that we are asking this country to be divided. It's because of this same thing that we're asking what happened in the jail to come to Nigeria. It's because of all of this. Because if this was not going on, people would not ask for the country to be divided. If this wasn't going on, people would not ask for what took place in the jail to take place in Nigeria. That's why we are crying. Because the hardship that have been implemented on Nigerians is more than enough to ask for this country to be divided.